On September 26, 2009, Metro Manila and the surrounding provinces were in a state of calamity as Typhoon Nondoy hit the country. It flooded a large part of Metro Manila extensively, which caused catastrophic damage and losses. In the face of climate change, which can potentially bring stronger typhoons, flood risk to life and property has never been greater. In 2012, our government approved the 20-year master plan that proposes structural and non-structural measures for effective flood risk management in Metro Manila and reduce impacts to and vulnerability of the Filipino people. This is the Metro Manila Flood Management Master Plan, which costs up to 350 billion pesos for its complete implementation. The master plan has 5 major elements that aim to address different aspects of flooding in the region. All can be implemented independently as they offer unique solutions to the problem. Presently, the Department of Public Works and Highways and the Metro Manila Development Authority, with technical assistance from the bank, embarked on implementing the Phase 1 of the project, which focuses on the improvement of urban drainage. The Metro Manila Flood Management Project Phase 1 has 3 components: the modernization of pumping stations, the reduction of solid wastes, and the resettlement of the informal settlers along waterways. All in all, it costs up to $500 million to complete Phase 1. Flood pump stations help prevent flooding by quickly draining water from the canals to the main rivers such as the Pasig River. Floodgates control the backflow of the flood water from the main rivers during high flows. In low-lying urban areas, pump stations are the ultimate protection from flooding. Component 1 of the project covers the rehabilitation of existing pumping stations. It involves the replacement of more modern, more efficient, and higher capacity units. It also supports the construction of new facilities in areas not served by pump stations. At the same time, waterways linked to the pumping stations will be improved as necessary.
Ang recent development lang naman dito, nag-upgrade tayo, tumaas yung pumping capacity natin. So nakadagdag na tulong ito para yung tubig na maibsan kaagad, mas mapadali yung pagpalabas ng tubig. Malaki ang may tutulong nito kung may kooperasyon din natin yung mga bawat mamaya natin. Kung hindi lang sana sila maglagay ng mga garbage dyan sa estero, makakayanan ng bomba na yung tubig na makatuloy agad sa Pasig River yung tubig.
At present, the MMDA implements regular declogging activities in all waterways and drainage canals in Metro Manila. However, the limited number of equipment and lack of discipline towards proper waste disposal from the city dwellers prevent the efficiency of the agency to reduce the solid waste in waterways. Component 2 of the project includes structures and equipment to reduce solid wastes that block the drainage system. It also covers community-based measures to educate and change people's behavior towards sustainable solid waste management and practices. The component is designed to complement and strengthen the existing programs of participating local government units. In some areas, informal settler communities encroach over waterways that are directly linked to pumping stations, which affect operations of these very crucial stations. Component 3 of this project is the resettlement of these informal settler communities. Under this component, participatory housing and resettlement will be implemented through the programs of the Social Housing Finance Corporation and the National Housing Authority in partnership with the local government, prioritizes in-city resettlement to minimize disruption of people's livelihood and access to services. Over 2,000 informal settler families will be covered by this component. The full realization of the Metro Manila Flood Management Project Phase 1, which includes the rehabilitation of pumping stations, the implementation of a more effective solid waste management, and the resettlement of informal settlers, will help alleviate flooding in the metropolis. The work ahead is massive and critical, to say the least. It will require the effective implementation of interrelated initiatives and the cooperation of numerous agencies and stakeholder groups.
What we have now realized, however, and they themselves have realized that a flood like the Ondoy flood was something they had never experienced. And so then often these traumatic events are what enable people to make a mind shift. And government has begun to see that if you connect with those and then bring in what government and technology and public administration can do to support their efforts is really the win-win situation. While it's a highly technical issue, we always have to remember that technical and the social, cultural, and economic, environmental are all really one package. So while rehabilitation may be the immediate aim, you have to say what will be the impact of whatever the new change is as you do this technology. Discuss with those communities who may be affected by it, mainly so that they can collaborate in effective action to enable that whole process to work.
It is imperative to invest in more equipment and expertise that will help meet with the demands of the operations day by day. And only with full support from the government, partner institutions, and the Filipinos themselves will this vision for a flood-free Metro Manila be achieved.